as well as our mentor, Christopher Speaker. We are the Noridian BCBS Mutual Insurance Capstone Group. Our problem to solve was that BCBS wanted an overview of the patient's perspective on their respective treatments. They wanted to gather this information 30 days after an appointment. This information that is gathered will be used to survey the effectiveness of these treatments, find patterns among patient feedback and diagnosis, and reimburse successful doctors. Our solution was to create a mobile app for Android and iOS that will allow Noridian to send surveys based on claims that are processed. Survey responses will be stored into secure databases along with information such as demographics and diagnosis. These databases will summarize responses into reports based on the diagnosis and medication of the patients. Now we'll transition over to a demo of the app. Our first page when you open the app is the login page. As you can see, we have fields for entering your username and password and then a submit button. We also have a create account button on the bottom, and that will take you to this next page. This next page we call the create login page. You can enter your email, password, and then confirm your password. The app will check to make sure that the passwords do match, and then upon creating a new username and password, it will send that to the database. And then now we're going back to our login page. We're going to enter our username and password that we just created. As you can see, it will check to make sure that it is actually in the database, and since it didn't match up right away, now it will let us log into the app. Once you do log in, it'll take you to the list of surveys page. We call this the main page. And as you can see, there will be different surveys with the doctor name, the doctor address, and the date of the visit, so you can tell apart which survey it is. It's possible that you would have multiple surveys ready to take here. In this case, we only have one. When you click on a survey, it will take you to this survey page. Up at the top, it'll have the patient's name, the doctor's name, and the date of the visit. It'll have the diagnosis and their medication also. And then we'll give you several questions that will be associated with those. Here we just have some simple yes and no questions, multiple choice. You can do short answer as well. It'll just depend on what treatment they're having. And then at the bottom we have three buttons. We have a back button which will save the patient's information and then go back to the main page. The save button will do the same thing. It'll save your answers and then take you back.